y va. Allez, 3, 2, 1, c'est parti pour 25 minutes, bonne chance.
There are now 25 left, selected from an initial pool of 400 candidates competing for the prestigious French hamburger champion title. Among them, Jean Diaro, Jeannot to his friends. He's trying his luck for the 4th time. No, but it'll get a click. Sure. Always in the finals, never a champion. The Poulidor of burgers is set on bringing the cup home. Maxim, 24, is an ambitious young chef who has been meticulously trained in various high-end gourmet restaurants. The goal is to create a top first dish. Winning the competition would boost his career. Michael Meyer, he was a mechanic. 4 years ago, he changed careers to open his hamburger restaurant. Self-taught, he wants to prove that he can compete with professionally trained chefs. There are plenty who are really good. I hope I can keep up. It's going to be tough. During all the trials, the chefs will be scrutinized and scored by a panel of professionals, such as David Galien, a Michelin-starred chef who sometimes includes burgers on his menu.
Alors?
I can't wait to discover the association. It's very complex and balanced. There's a nice softness, there's acidity. It's surprising. It's so good that I'm going back for more. Long confined to fast food, the hamburger is now on the menu of 4 out of 5 restaurants in France. The contestants will need to get really creative if they want to transform the symbol of junk food into a dish truly worthy of the finest restaurants. A good burger starts with good ingredients. 2 weeks before the competition, Jean Diaro, 61 years old, is on the hunt for the best products to finalize his recipe. I'm going to try a burger with this one. We'll use aromatic herbs. Restaurateur in Grenoble for 40 years, he is a regular at the Sainte-Claire Square Market. And it's merchants whom he already knew from school. People know you here? This is my neighborhood. Born here? Jojo? Yes, just over there. Patrick Dumas is inspired by a Korean bowl. To give his burger a kick, he wants to incorporate aromatic herbs into his meat. No, not basil, parsley. Yeah, look, this one is nice. Take it. The most beautiful one, it's for Jeannot. It's more beautiful, it's pretty though, but this one, it's stronger. Taste it. It's homegrown and store-bought. See? It's nothing like it, huh? Very different, isn't it? But well, the taste, it's true that it's better. Oh. Jean is one of the importers of the next generation burger in Grenoble. With his sister Jacqueline and his brother Diego, they own 7 restaurants. During a trip to New York 10 years ago, they discovered the customers' appetite for these more elaborate burgers. They decide to open 2 specialized establishments. And even in his traditional restaurants, he put the dish on the menu. Chef, do you sell a lot of burgers? For sure we do. Yes, definitely. We certainly do sell many since we put it in place. In 2018, there are fewer than 200. It's progress without evidence. In France today, just 1 out of every 4 hamburgers is sold in a fast food restaurant. 3/4 are consumed in traditional restaurants. Winning the contest would be a real boost for the Grenoble Burger King. Between 2 shifts, Jean Diaro trains. Chantal, the steak, the drawer on the cow. Chantal, his wife, plays the role of coach. She's starting to get used to it. It's the 4th year he's been doing it now. The esteemed dean of the competition, because usually it's the much younger participants. They call me Poulidor. I'm always here but never win. Jano, ready to attack? All right, let's go. Time starts now. 25 minutes and we're off. There, I've made my ball. In this meat, the herbs bought at the market. To impress the jury, he relies on a cooking technique that is all the rage in trendy New York fast food joints. So, tack. Smashing, which involves grabbing your meat cold on a sizzling plate, then flattening it as thinly as possible. It's messed up, it's stuck. We stop. Chantal, it's a mess. This technique requires some finesse. He didn't miss. The temperature was wrong. No, we'll redo it. No, not there. So I'll smash my steak. I press it down well. I'm gonna caramelize it. This cooking method creates a fine caramelized and crispy crust. It's nice, so I won't press on it. Here we have aged cheddar cheese. Cheddar, a cheese of English origin. A classic for burgers. 8 minutes. So I'm going to set the conditions. And here, a bit of chili, jalapenos, and fresh onions we got this morning. And to add some delightful and irresistible crunch, we're using cheddar lace. Done. There you go. Come on, just wait for 12 minutes and it will be ready. The timer is Jean's weak point. On the day of the finals, he will need to produce 4 nearly identical burgers in 25 minutes. But Chantal is pretty confident. Oh, the coach, she's very pleased. Additionally, he didn't break his cheddar lace, so very positive. Let's taste it. Here's the tasting test, with his brother, his sister, and one of his chefs acting as the jury. Taste. Eyes closed, please. Come on. Let's go. Best bit. No, the big piece by itself. Good portion. Eyes closed, if you please. I can truly feel the... Yeah, those pickles are really good, right? I like them. They're balanced, honestly. Me, I like things... No, it's balanced though. The herbs... For me, it's not spicy. There's some tang, lacks punch. Honestly, it's really missing spice. It's been my favorite since... Well, yeah. Of all the pastry rolls I prefer. Oh, well, there are all the herbs. It's a bit... We're courting. Yeah, not many critiques that. I don't like it. What are we doing, Jean-Benoit? The siblings ride the burger's success wave. A dish that strays far from their Italian roots. Every Sunday, 3 full generations of Diaros come together to enjoy a 100% Sicilian meal. This is the aperitif. It's Grandpa's sausage. The aperitif. Where do I sit? Here. I was by myself. All right. Cheers. Matteo, the patriarch, a former Mason and true Sicilian, moved to the beautiful city of Grenoble in France during the year 1959, in the woods on the mountain, at dusk, to warm up. His wife, Philippa, was only 19 years old. The men or whatever you call it? Yes, exactly. There you go, that's the sauce. It's good. And you know, it's really very nice indeed. Just the perfect touch for our dish. After the birth of their 4 children, Matteo and Philippa opened their first restaurant in Grenoble, a neighborhood bistro for workers. Jean and his siblings grow up with the warmth of ovens and pots, and from an early age, help run the family business with dedication. The school entrance, I was going to touch it. They called me to come open the expenses. I went downstairs in pajamas. I won't forget. Even though the parents are proud their kids have taken up the torch, there's a dish they'd never put on their restaurant's menu. I am 2 in your life, Grandma? 2 burgers. Mr. Dad, do you have the word you? I cheese. They are without a doubt the true champions of France. You tasted it, right? Yes, that's the chicken. Anyway, I'll try when he wins. It's a big challenge, huh? It's a big challenge, huh? Jean has 2 weeks to perfect his recipe and show his father that a hamburger is real cuisine, one that truly deserves recognition and respect. on the island of Porquerolles in the Var region. In this upscale 4-star hotel restaurant, the popular sandwich has made it onto the menu. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, so the burger, I like it a lot. I'm taking the burger for sure. Interesting to taste. Chef, it's 2+1 burger, right? Maxim Le Borgne will be one of the youngest competitors in the French Hamburger Cup. At only 24 years old, he is already a sous chef, the rank just below the head chef. From preparing lobsters to meticulously plating gourmet dishes, Maxim is on all fronts. Their service, they... Yeah, here. At noon, Gabriel Perronat, the chef, gave his young right-hand man free rein. Next week, I'm heading to the finals of the French Burger Cup. We've decided to feature the exact dish that I'll be presenting as today's special. To let them taste and get feedback to see if they like it. A challenge given the preconceptions of the select clientele. Oh my, you probably get a nasty mouth cramp from all that talking, don't you think? It's good. There's the taste, but it's still lacking some practicality. Oh yeah, eating it, it's... I don't know. Make it smaller. Smaller maybe, so we can eat smaller portions perhaps. Despite the reservations of his guests, all of Maxim's burgers sold out in less than an hour, at a price of 25 euros each. Maxim earns 2,300 euros net per month. Like the 80 other seasonal workers, he is housed for free in a part of the hotel reserved for them. Since I'm a sous chef, I'm lucky enough to have my own room. It's a small room, but it has everything needed for the season. There's a bed, a desk, a small closet for your things. And then after that, I share the bathroom with someone else in the room across. We're not on vacation because we're working, but it feels like we're on vacation. Son of a school teacher, Maxim dedicates himself to his passion, cooking, from high school onwards. With his BTS in hand, he leaves alone for a year in Australia to get some experience. Then to Mugev at a 5-star hotel, where he quickly climbs the ranks. And the young kitchen mercenary doesn't intend to stop there. I like to travel. I like to switch things up. I spent a whole year in Australia, and it truly opened my eyes to something quite different. Normally, I should be heading to the United States, to a private club for fairly wealthy individuals. Yes, indeed, for a high-end French gourmet restaurant. Maxim Le Borgne, in 10 years, does he own a restaurant or have his star? Maybe. It's funny. He can't ask for more. Maybe. We'll see in 15 years. The race to the stars will wait. The final of the French Burger Cup, however, is in 3 days. Maxim trains whenever he can. It's apples flambéed with calvados. Apples with calvados that he mixes with a black pudding galette. The young chef wanted to work with products from his native region. I'll cook my steaks. Steaks covered with the most famous Norman cheese. So now, I'm going to add my camembert on top. It's true that it's strong, but the combination with the apple, the carrot, and the black pudding, they will pair very well together. A concentrate of Normandy in a burger. Its chef, an authentic southerner, finds it quite daring. It's risky. Some will like it, some won't. It's surely a bold choice. But still, the jury can tell the difference between someone basic and someone who went further with their recipe. That's what's important. When I do something, and if there's a goal at the end, I do it to achieve that goal. I do it to win. At first, I joined too. To win the title, Maxim will have to beat a competitor who has changed his entire life path. For burgers. In the heart of the Alps, in a village of 1,000 inhabitants, 4 years ago, Michael Meyer was still a mechanic. Me, you usually run. Huh? Me, you run. Morgane, his partner, was studying management. The lovers wanted to work together and be their own bosses. Come on. Almost there. In 2016, on a whim, they bought this charming bar restaurant. Now they work around 15 hours daily. Where's Mathis, by the way? Their second home, Matisse. Oh, Matisse. And Matisse's, 21 months old, for whom they haven't found childcare yet. It's a bit complicated, especially during services. And so, it helps that since we're in a small village, there's always someone we know and can rely on. To keep a close eye on him because it's a bit more complicated. Right now, his head is literally stuck in the dishwasher dealing with what's inside. It's a bit complicated, yeah. Hello?
Bonjour. Du café à l'anglaise.
Okay, thank you. On the food side, the couple focused on a single dish, the hamburger. Actually, I'm not a cook, neither is he. The advisor, let's try to keep it simple. Well, in the end, we realized that making a burger isn't simple at all, but we focused on that. Here, there are already places that specialize in Savoyard cuisine, so we thought we'd do something different. Since we have a bar vibe, burgers suit us well. So we went with it. A winning bet. The bar became the headquarters for the youth from the surrounding villages. Buckwheat flour. In the kitchen, Michael works by instinct. Eggs. No training. So now I've got the milk. He really wants to prove he can win the French Burger Cup this year. To win over the judges, he's betting on delicious homemade brioche bread, made with a rather surprising ingredient. The beer I use. A local organic beer. And so the good dark beer, which you'll need 100 grams of as well. It was an idea I had for a long time actually, and I love beer, especially dark beer. And I wanted to try making some kind of dark beer bread for a burger. I had to do a lot of trials because it didn't work right away. Either it wouldn't rise or it... Personally, I don't know anyone who's tried that. I thought, let's do it, and it will work out. We're hungry. Come on, let's go. To regulars and passing customers alike, Morgane is trying to sell as many beer burgers as possible, so Mikkel can get some practice. If you feel like tasting it, I think I'll have the same. Let's try it. Let's mark it as Burger Champion of France after all. Sure, to me he won. Cool. All right, let's go. The goal is to be as fast as possible. To accompany his beer bread, Michael adds a generous layer of braising, a Savoyard raclette cheese with a delightful smoky and fruity flavor, along with the second type of meat. This is my pulled pork that I make for 4 to 5 hours depending on the weight. And then my bread to really top it all off. And then there you have it. There you go, and voila. Presenting the top burger. That's funny, it smells like beer right away. On the customer side, it's a full house. But will Mikkel's burger also win over the judges? A week later in Paris, it's the day of the competition for Mikkel and the 24 other contestants to reach the grand finale.
Voilà.
They must first pass a qualifying round.
Eh, vous avez votre assistante personnelle.
Yeah, totally. It's awesome. From the start, first concern. The famous beer bread didn't travel well. They're really soft, very brioche-like. Damn, I'm still pissed off. The bread's complicated when you live far from here. We have to make them in advance, freeze them, and then they go through different temperatures and everything. For me, the bun is crucial. It disgusts me if the bread isn't right, and it pisses me off. While it was perfect coming out of the oven, and then... Another challenge. Michael and his competitors have to make their burger with vacuum-sealed meat. Imposed by the primary sponsor of this event, a very notable figure in the food industry. Cut the finger. Still, she's fine. We use steaks from the butcher shop, so they're nothing like these steaks. They are more revered, so they get accepted faster. Be careful about that, because it really shouldn't be overly tough. Don't overdo it too much. It's all about the style. I wish you good luck. It's obviously with his family that Jean Diaro came to Paris. To coach him, Chantal, his wife, and Marco, his youngest daughter. Can you no longer give it to the head? Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. You're already being expressive. Are you trying or not? No, yes, no problem. You seem tense. Not at all, it'll be fine. I wasn't tense then. No, but it'll be fine. Stress, a seemingly foreign concept to Maxim, the young seasonal worker from Normandy. What do I do next? I must succeed in getting everything done on time. The contest is broadcast live on social media, and Maxim's orange bread immediately catches the host's eye. I think this is the very first time we happen to find a bit of that energy in this book. He made it with carrot, so I swapped the juice, a recipe of his own that even surprises David Gallienne, a Michelin-starred chef. I never thought I'd make a move with the carrot. I wouldn't call it my favorite, but it definitely has a head start. Can I taste it? For his recipe, Jean added his final touch, a spicy sauce with chili and ginger. Oh yes, here it is. Perfect, but not too much. Careful because I have this to soften it. It's good, huh? But you need to dose it well. 2 minutes. 40. He needs to move. He needs to move. Period. For the training, is it good? On the catch. Fine, yeah. It's all right. Jean is worried. So far, he has only made 2 of the 4 requested burgers. Maxime, we're on schedule. There's 1 minute 15 left now. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up. There's even a bit of time for a quick cleanup. Mikkel, on the other hand, is still knee-deep in his work. Well, my sauce is a bit runny, so it's dripping everywhere. Damn, it's so dirty around here. Damn, he's really stressing me out with his thing over there. You would totally stress me out. You with the side there, always causing a fuss and adding to the chaos. Oh damn, he fell hard.
10 secondes pour tout dresser. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C'est terminé. Vous levez les mains pour reculer les armes. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, but no, I couldn't do the... You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And I put the plate on the sauce. I'm so annoyed. You'll put it... Jean also managed to stack his burgers just in time. Backstage, it's tasting time. First, Jean's burger. Did I find the spices? Oh yes, There's a problem. I need him to send the tough one. There's certainly a noticeable balance issue here, actually. I really think he must have added some jalapeno pepper to the dish. When you come across it, it's really intense. Then there's Mikhail and his beer bread. The beef is overcooked, and the raclette cheese too overpowering. I couldn't eat a whole one, but they still feel empty to me. Opinions are divided, except for Maxim's Norman burger. It's good. Not bad. Cooking is good. It's crazy that with local products, you can still make me dream. I think there's a work on the bread with carrot, Granny Smith apple that brings some freshness, the camembert. In fact, you can really taste all the layers. It might be a bit chauvinistic of me, but could the French champion of burgers be from Normandy this year? Unsurprisingly, Maxim has qualified for the final. However, it's over for Mikhail, the former mechanic, and Jeannot, eliminated for his overly spicy dish. I played Popper. His fourth loss. Returning to Paris next year? Yeah, I'm coming back to Paris. Of course, of course. You really won't ever give up, will you? No, a little more, a bit more for next year. The top 5 contestants move on to the grand finale. They will have to recreate the same burger as during the qualifying rounds. Final stretch for Maxim. In front of him, some tough competitors, like Alexis, coming from the Ferrandi school, a regular in multi-starred kitchens. Where Stéphane, the 2016 French champion for young bakers, does not fail to impress the Norman chef. Method, discipline, concentration, Maxim easily recites his recipe with great precision. All right, I'm finished now with 40 seconds remaining, perfect.
2, 1, et c'est terminé. Bravo à tous, vous pouvez applaudir les 5 finalistes.
After the deliberations, the jury is ready to announce the name of the new French champion. Something unprecedented is coming. We'll have not one but 2 French champions this time. The place is called Nemosus. It's Café Ligérien. Maxim still makes it to the 3rd place on the podium. 3rd is good too. 3rd is good. Not as great as 1st. You good? Yeah. A little less turmeric. A real good raw milk camembert. And I think it takes you to 7th heaven. Yeah, well, okay. It's really about the little details that make a big difference in the end. It's a deliberate choice not to pick a camembert that's too strong. It's not going to work this time. We'll see next time. Exactly, you should never give up. The winners each get 3,000 euros, while Maxim takes home 500. But he especially gained the recognition of a Michelin-starred chef.
The French fry shop is here. In the land of the Chittis, Vianney came up with an original idea for his 3 children's birthday party. To bring in a French fry stand in front of his house on the sidewalk. I mean it. This 34-year-old bus driver is also organizing a party for his neighbors who are moving to Brittany.
Makes you hungry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for a little farewell drink. It's not bad. For a first, oh yes, definitely.
Have the little ones already chosen what to take?
For Kelly, Vianney's wife, calling on this Hauts-de-France institution was an obvious choice.
It's the north of France, so we're all about French fries, and fricandelle. And it's convivial and about washing up and all that. I don't take care of anything, just the aperitif, that's all.
Kelly had initially contacted a caterer, but the 700 euro bill was too high for her budget. The caterer charged her 450 euros for his service. For 25 guests. Or 18 euros per person. More expensive than a fast food, but guests can help themselves to as much as they like.
At will.
Can I have some nuggets?
Julian, the manager of this in-home French fry shop, is also happy about it. It pays for itself and makes a small profit.
On something like this, 200 euros, 200 of a euro.
That's still okay for a morning.
These are real fries. They're not greasy, they're crispy. Exceptional. Just look at that.
Oh, they're good. Oh, yeah. We feel like we're on vacation.
See you soon. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
In a region where French fries are everything, Julian has his work cut out for him. Whether it's a baptism, a wedding, or a company seminar, his truck is booked up for the next 2 months.
Goodbye.
A symbol of northern France, French fry shops are more popular than ever. Their number has increased by 25% in 5 years. There are now almost 1,400 of them all over France. I'll take you a small chip.
Golden?
Oh yes.
It's the best.
Business is under severe pressure this year. Oil, an essential ingredient, saw its price double in the spring. Not to mention the staff shortage. We went to meet the king and queen of French fries. How do they manage to adapt and retain their title? A light meal. Hello, sir. David Fontaine, 45 years old, is an Elvis Presley fan. Rock and roll.
I'm a rock fan. That's what I am. I had a bit of a banana before, but then you have to go with the times. You get a little older, you lose your hair, but you try. There you go.
A rocker who makes French fries. In 2021, his place was voted France's best French fry shop by internet users from a field of 2,500 professional candidates.
Come on, let's get to work. Are those frozen fries? Oh, no, not at all. It's fresh French fries. Chip, peeled, washed, cut. When you're making 5-6 tons of French fries a month, you can't afford to peel potatoes, or you'd need someone to stay overnight.
Every morning, the king of fries prepares them to the highest standards. In 2 batches.
There aren't 36 ways to make French fries the way our grandmothers did. In fact, we use beef fat. It gives them a nutty taste. So now I'm pre-cooking them at 130 degrees. It'll take between 5 and 7 minutes. That means we're going to cook the heart of the potato, in fact, as if it were a boiled potato. On top, we let it cool. And at the customer's request, we'll throw it into a second bath at 190 degrees to give it the final crispness and color.
Before opening to customers' reception of goods. David has been hard hit by the surge in raw material prices since the beginning of the year. Oil, but not only.
Beef fat is here. 10-kilo boxes. This has become gold. It went up 37% in May, and we can't change a thing. We're obliged to continue with one way of working. Go ahead, my little wee-wee. Do you know how much the sauces went up, wee-wee? About 12%, I think. 12 to 15%, the sauces. In fact, everything has gone up, because you need to know that oil is everywhere, in fact. In sauces, you can see it there. Chopped steaks have gone up quite a bit, too. 15%, I think. Why is that? Because now it seems they can't get their steaks from the European Union, and they only source from France. So there you go, another excuse, or we don't know. Either way, we'll never know. The problem with an increase is that it goes up, but it never comes down.
David hasn't yet passed on all his increases to his card, but it won't be long. For the moment, he's cutting his margins by 20% and uses a few tricks to get by.
We put in a little less fries, a little less sauce, a little less crab. Rather fewer crabs, but even that's not enough. This year, on top of that, potatoes are going to go up because there's not enough water. So this year we're going to have small potatoes that are going to be very, very expensive too.
His French fry shop
is open 7 days a week. David is helped by 2 employees in a cramped 12 square meter space. A bartender from the age of 16, he dreamed of becoming the champion of French fries.
So much for my little madam.
2 weeks training with a frying buddy before 11 years ago he bought this idle shack.
Come on, €5, 10 for monsieur, please. Welcome to Potato Heaven. Enjoy and have a nice day.
David is located on a strategic route to Lille. This is the third time he's been #1 in the famous ranking.
We said to ourselves, the best chip stand in France next door to us is a must.
There are fries and fries, aren't there? These are delicious, crispy, melting.
Delicious. We're going to finish everything, aren't we? Not at all, then.
His loyal clientele includes high school students, employees who work in the neighborhood.
They're here every day.
In fact, we'd like a loyalty card, wouldn't you? It's the right atmosphere and it's better than the fast food chains next door. Why is that? For one thing, it's cheaper. The fries are better cooked and bigger.
David sells his small fries for €2.90. The board is generous. In a traditional fast food restaurant, to get the same quantity, you'd have to spend 4 times as much.
Burgers and aperitifs. Don't work too hard, guys. Just pretend like we do.
Oh, hi, bon appétit.
His French fry shop is his whole life, even when he goes home after lunch shift.
Isn't it the last straw to live next door to a French fry shop?
We can monitor everything. I can see my customers a little bit if they go here or there.
During his afternoon break, no resting, handling paperwork and orders.
Barely enough time for a home-cooked burger.
Long days of fries. That broke up his relationship.
I separated 2 years ago from the woman. The woman I lived with 16 years. Living with a shadow, it's a bit like that. I'm never there. So I'm not there at the dinner table. In the morning, she wakes up, I wake up after her, she goes to work, that's it.
You didn't think at the time, I'm quitting the French fry shop to save my relationship?
And do what? And to do what? What would I have done? The restaurant business has always been my life.
Today, David's only wish is to slow down the pace of his work. But like many restaurateurs, he's having trouble recruiting. After testing 20 candidates over 2 years, he hopes he's finally found the right one.
Hello, young man, how are you? How are you? Just fine. You're the one?
Florian, 28 years old, seems very motivated.
All right, listen, nice CV. What motivates you in the restaurant business?
Human contact, first and foremost.
Okay. We'll do whatever it takes to turn you into a French fry machine.
To seduce Florian, David has some strong arguments. He pays his employees €200 more than the minimum wage. He's going to test the young man right away. Florian only has a year's experience in the restaurant business. In the French fry shop, he seems a little lost at first, then too relaxed.
Come on, big guy. You've got to be frank here.
In the kingdom of fast food, Florian moves like a snail.
A little bit, look at your tray. Your pestil's not in the grease, so it's never gonna cook. You take your tongs and you put it correctly in the fat. Thank you for that.
So good. The Provençal sandwich skewer will get the better of him.
I can't do it.
Lucky for Florian, David didn't see a thing. But after his trial day, the young man didn't come back. David had no intention of hiring him anyway. He found him too soft. Last year, due to a lack of staff, he had to close every weekend in high season for 2 months.
18 euros round. Well, there you have it. All you have to do now is enjoy it. If it's not good, we're closed on Mondays. See you soon.
50 kilometers away, still the flat country. Slag heaps. and two sisters struggling to dethrone King David. Nellie and Peggy are second on the podium of the best French fry shops. One of their lethal weapons is their homemade sauce for topping their fries. Peggy, the eldest, 48, is in charge of the cheese and fresh cream sauce. Nellie, 45, the cheddar cheese sauce, made with lager, mustard, and grated cheddar.
We like to do what others don't do. It takes time, but it's homemade. Before we succeeded, we made it 4 or 5 times, and I either burned the cheese or it made blocks, because I missed it and it stuck.
Their cheddar sauce is also offered to customers in their Welch, the famous northern grilled cheese. Also homemade.
You're not supposed to dip your toast in the sauce, but we do, so it tastes better and the toast is less dry. And an egg is added at the end. A fried egg, of course. She's too good.
Cooking for the French fry shop, we're good. Cooking for us, Peggy is the best.
Nellie and Peggy have been cooking since they were little. First in the restaurant business, then in a food processing plant. They dreamed of working as a family, like their parents who ran a cafe. 13 years ago, they refurbished an old caravan to turn it into a French fry stand.
The weather's fine today, it's a beautiful day.
I hope we'll be busy at lunchtime.
Today, their French fry shop is set up in the village square. Nellie and Peggy pay the town council 1,500 euros a year for their location. And the two sisters have invested in a veranda.
Here we go.
Always with the idea of standing out and protect customers from the northern climate.
So in winter, they're going to put in 2 or 3 tables. The same goes for the workers who come and set up shop. So yeah, it attracts people. Yeah, no, everyone knows the idea we had.
Did you invest?
Yeah, we invested, yeah, because glass is expensive.
How much did it cost you?
Too much, over 30,000 euros.
The French fry runners-up employ 5 people, including 2 delivery drivers.
Friterie Arsinoise, hello?
A state-of-the-art French fry shop. With home delivery from the COVID, Nellie plays telephone operator like in fast food restaurants.
Oh, right. In a loaf of bread and all the vegetables. Okay, modified. Thanks, see you later.
Peggy is in charge of the fries. Unlike David, she cooks them in sunflower oil, another school.
A lot of people say that beef fat has a very strong smell already. The French fries regrow quickly and stick to them. They have trouble digesting it compared to sunflower oil.
Nellie and Peggy have had to increase some of their prices. A punnet of fries, for example, has gone up 50 cents since May.
With French fries, right? What sauce is in it?
This doesn't stop regulars from coming. Some, like Jan, a tattoo artist in Bethune, even drive 20 minutes a day.
We chat with everyone, in fact. Everyone knows everyone else. Hello, what's his name? We settle in. It's a bonding experience. That's what's in our hearts in the north of France. That's just the way it is.
The two sisters have even branched out into tacos, the new sandwich craze, to keep up with the competition.
Well, bon appétit. Thank you.
Because this Pas-de-Calais village has 3 French fry shops for just 6,000 inhabitants. Peggy doesn't always look too kindly on this.
There's one here. It was the first French fry shop in the village. They need a fix, they come, they know it. It's the same for us. So there you go.
With the second one, relations are a little more strained.
He'll be over there on the right. So I'm going to turn left. This is it. Can we stop here? He's one of our competitors who set up shop not so long ago.
How does it work?
Ah, he likes to copy us. He didn't do tacos, now he does. He tried cheddar sauce, but he used cheddar. But we don't, it's a homemade sauce, so... It's not the same thing at all.
What if we had a 4th coming in tomorrow?
Good luck with that. Because that's what it takes.
Bickering, anecdotal compared to the soaring price of oil.
Yeah, as usual.
The conflict in Ukraine, the main producer of sunflower oil, has brought exports to a screeching halt.
We're currently using this one, sunflower oil, for 25 liters. Before it was 33 euros before tax. Now it's 106 euros before tax. Since the war in Ukraine, it's skyrocketed. Yeah, it's shameful even. It's worse than triple.
It's not feasible. It's too expensive. We're going to charge 5 euros for a fry. We're allowed 2 cans a day, but only when we can find some. So we keep a stock of sunflower oil. We're finishing the stock, and then we'll see how things go.
No oil, no fries. The two sisters only have enough to last a month. So they took the initiative. They decided to test a new vegetable oil. 80 centimes cheaper per liter, and above all, available. In these cans, a blend of rapeseed, sunflower, and palm oil. A highly controversial product.
Apparently they're still nice fries. Yeah, they are. They look good.
The aesthetics are there. What about the taste? For this, they called in an expert, Olivier Pouche, who came with his second in command. He's a friend, a master restaurateur, a label that guarantees 100 homemade.
Very, very good. Just right. There's nothing to say, frankly. It's already golden and crispy.
A little more potato flavor.
Good,
yeah.
huh?
The oil mixture gives a different taste. The fries are smoother.
I validate. Awarded.
Nelly and Peggy are reassured. They'll be able to continue making fries with less expensive oil and grow their business. Because these little potato matchsticks make a profit. Far from the shacks of the north, some smart guys are making money without being soaked in frying oil. Tom Gessman, tans deep fried in the sun on the French Riviera.
It's true that the work environment is perfect. And on top of that, we make French fries and send them up north, so it's a perfect working environment.
Tom is one of the 4 main suppliers of French fries. Managing a snack bar in Frenchies for 7 years, he was saturated with long hours. 3 years ago, he came up with the right plan. Set up a factory to produce the famous fresh French fries. This truck has just covered 1,300 kilometers.
It's good.
It's delivering 15 tons of potatoes to Tom from Dunkirk in the north, France's leading potato-producing region. It's Manitou, one of the best varieties, along with the Binch, for French fries.
We're careful not to drop them, because sometimes that happens, unfortunately. Careful there. Voila, live. It's gonna make good fries anyway, fortunately.
French fries? Tom has been immersed in it ever since he was a child, with a French mother and above all a Belgian father. His parents couldn't understand why he had to do all the peeling in his restaurant.
Tom, why do you make your own fries? In Belgium, we only eat vacuum-packed fries, whether in supermarkets or elsewhere. So I did the first tests at my restaurant. And the idea was incredible. 3-4 years ago, we were revolutionaries. And now everyone wants one.
Tom invested 150,000 euros in this factory. It supplies 80 French fry shops in both the north and south of France. Only 2 workers, 1 at each end of the line. Everything else is automated.
So this is something abrasive, which will sand the potato and remove the skin. This saves us an incredible amount of time. We peel about 30 kilos every minute.
And then, diving in the pool for a first wash, before moving up a level for cutting.
These are razor blades, so we have to be very careful, because we're used to cutting ourselves. So the knife is placed directly under the cutter and is driven by the motor you see here, which will really cut the fries so as to get a very clean cut.
The classic caliber, according to custom, 1 centimeter thick. French fry shops, on the other hand, prefer to order from Tom at 1 centimeter 20. Their customers prefer bigger ones.
Here, for example, since the potato isn't square, we're bound to have a lot of deep fries, which we won't put in the potato bags.
But nothing is lost. The waste is recycled into natural gas, which is sold to EDF. A final bath, always without chemicals. Before being drained, then weighed. The fries are vacuum packed, and that's it.
It has become a business that has tripled in 3 years. It's a great source of income.
Tom, for his part, earns 2,600 euros net from his production of fresh French fries. But nowadays, it's possible to make fries that are just as good as the ones you get in chip shops. In Lens in the north, Doris is an institution.
Take some back after boiling.
26 years of friterie.
For the past 2 years, she and her son Frederick have been offering fries-making classes.
The basic rule, even at home, is to cook in 2 batches. And be careful not to mess up the after-cooking.
I thought that when you put the fries in, as I'm afraid you do, the oil has to sludge.
No!
Not at all. If your oil is too hot, when you put it in the pre-cooker, it'll seize up and harden very quickly.
Yeah. So you think it's not cooking, but...
The post-cooking at 150 degrees takes 10 to 15 minutes.
See, when you open it, there's flesh inside. Like this. Soft. Makes you hungry.
It's all about
the right temperatures.
You pre-cooked all your fries, you let them rest, and then set your speed back to 190, and just like that, you'll have a crispy chip. So if I do this, then I do this.
Another tip is to make sure the oil is clean.
I use a little strainer to remove it, because otherwise, when you make your fries, at some point, you get little grayons on them. That's what you remove. If you leave it in oil, that's what makes it burn. But people don't usually do that. Well, at home, no one does.
Little secret.
Noise.
Doris listens to her fries.
Can you hear the noise? Here, I'll sing.
That dry sound
is the guarantee of a not too fatty fry.
Well, we can eat them.
Participants paid €8 for this 1.5-hour workshop, including tasting.
I think they'll be easy to digest. There's air in them, you see. It's not... And we eat something, don't we? I'm going to buy 5 kilos of potatoes, for practice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what's the verdict on the fries? Well done.
With 55 kilos of potatoes eaten per person per year, the French remain among the world's biggest consumers of the crispy little stick.